Welcome in, friend, to tapping out the feeling of overwhelm and tapping into the feeling of contentment. I want you to go ahead and settle into where you are, taking a breath in and a breath out. Checking in with your mind and body and rating the intensity of that feeling of overwhelm right now on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being you do not feel overwhelmed at all, and 10 being you are absolutely paralyzed by overwhelm. And the goal for this tapping experience is to take that number, that rating, that intensity down to a 0 or have it plateau. We're going to be moving through rounds. We're going to start with the activation round where we are tapping on the side of our hands. You can use either hand for this experience or both hands when we get to tapping the 8 meridian points. You can use as many fingers or as little fingers as you want. The only ask is that you put a little pressure into it to get that energy moving. And once we get through the activation round, I'm going to be taking you through 3 rounds of holding space for that feeling of overwhelm and addressing it, releasing it, honoring it. When we get to the end of those 3 rounds, if you are not yet at 0 or have plateaued, I want you to go back through your round or rounds of choice until you get to that 0 or plateau before moving into the final round where you are tapping in the more empowering feeling of contentment. Let's get started, starting with the activation and repeating after me. Even though I feel overwhelmed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel overwhelmed, I deeply and completely love and respect myself. Even though I feel overwhelmed, I deeply and completely love and honor myself. All right, bringing your hands down, we're going to go into round 1 of tapping on those 8 other meridian points, starting with the eyebrow. That overwhelm I feel. Side of the eye. That overwhelm that has me feeling discouraged. Under the eye. That overwhelm that leads to paralyzation. Under the nose. I feel overwhelmed that makes me irritable. Chin. I feel not enough because of this overwhelm. Collarbone. Overwhelm that has me believing that I am behind. Under the arm. Overwhelm that has me believing that I am not enough. Top of the head. I feel like I should be working because of this overwhelm. All right, bringing your hands down, taking a breath in and a breath out, checking in with your mind and body. I want to know, how much closer to 0 are you now? right, we are going to move into round 2, starting with the eyebrow. That overwhelm that has me feeling helpless. Side of the eye. Overwhelm that has me feeling stuck. Under the eye. Overwhelm that tells me that I have so much to do. Under the nose. Overwhelm that leads me to feeling that I don't even know where to start. Chin. I feel like I can't focus because of this overwhelm. Collarbone. The overwhelm that has me feeling behind. Under the arm. The overwhelm that is present right now. Top of the head. I hold space for this overwhelm. One more time. I hold space for this overwhelm. Bring your hands down, taking a breath in and a breath out, checking in with your mind and body. How much closer to 0 are you now? All right, we're going to move into round 3, starting with the eyebrow. I let go of this feeling of overwhelm. Side of the eye. I let go of the judgment around this feeling of overwhelm. Under the eye. I give myself permission to fully feel this feeling of overwhelm. Under the nose. I allow myself to let this feeling of overwhelm run through me. Chin. I honor myself through this feeling of overwhelm. Collarbone. I care for myself through this feeling of overwhelm. Under the arm. I give myself grace through this feeling of overwhelm. Top of the head. I release this feeling of overwhelm. Again, I release this feeling of overwhelm. One more time. I release this feeling of overwhelm. All right, bringing your hands down, taking a breath in and a breath out. Checking in with your mind and body. I want to know, how much closer to 0 are you now? And if you have not yet reached zero or plateaued, I'm going to encourage you to go back to the round of your choosing and move through that round or the rounds until you get to zero or you plateau before moving into the final round, which is all about tapping in those feelings around contentment. And if you are at zero or plateaued, let's head into that final round, starting with the eyebrow. I am content. Side of the eye. I am calm. Under the eye. I feel peace. Under the nose. I have a plan. Chin. I know things will get done. Collarbone. I am in control of my schedule. Under the arm. I set boundaries and hold them. Top of the head. We're going to do a few here. I am content. I am calm. I feel peace. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, sweet friend, bringing those hands down, taking a breath in and a breath out. I encourage you to take a few minutes for integration, whether that's sitting quietly with yourself, with your eyes closed, or a soft gaze, letting you honor all that came forward through this process in your mind and body, or whether you feel called to journal and just really start to embody the feelings you just tapped in around contentment. I heard you.